Hey guys, welcome to Dragon's Cave. My name's Karen, and today I've got this beautiful fish mould. I got this from Temu, just arrived a couple of days ago, and I've kind of been dithering about how to do it, but I decided I want to attempt the dual colour pour. Now, if you haven't seen this, I believe Daniel Cooper was the inventor, or he's the first person who did it on video anyway. So basically what I need to do is fill it almost to the top with clear resin. And then when that heats up and starts getting a bit thicker, I want to use this blue interference powder and just kind of dribble that in. And then get another layer, leave enough space for another layer of either white or black on the, no, before I put the white or the black on the back, I need to paint the cured resin with another colour. I haven't decided what that'll be yet, but I hope it's going to turn out as nice as some other people's have done. So I'm going to go get my PPE on, mix up my resin, and I will be right back. See you in a sec. Hey guys, we're back. Now I don't know how much this is going to take. I've got 150 grams of resin pro eye crystal mixed up here. It's a bit chilly today, so I'm just going to stand that there. I've got my heat mat on under here. I want to give the mould a little bit of a spray. Not so much down there, but down in this end to help with the bubbles. So, having watched a few people doing this, I think and hope that I'm doing it right. I'm going to sling it all in and see how much I actually need in there. Because I need to leave room for the interference and for a back coat. I think actually gauge this reasonably well. Yeah, I think we are pretty good there in terms of quantity, which is a bit of a miracle for me because I don't ever measure my moulds. And I always forget to write down how much they take, although that wouldn't help because this is the first time I've used this mould. I will one day remember to write things down as I go along, which means I then don't have to go back and look at my previous videos. So I'm going to leave that. Probably, I'll keep an eye on it, maybe about half an hour-ish, I suppose. And then come back and pour the next bit. See you shortly. Hey guys, we're back. I think this has had long enough now. So I've got about 30 grams of resin mixed up here. I'm going to pop in some of this blue interference powder. See how that goes. Don't know if you can see the colour shift. I'd love to have some of the tiny Turner ones, but I don't think that's going to be enough, you know, the colour shift. But I'm committed now, or maybe I should be. And I don't have anything else similar, really, apart from these cheap interference powders that I got from Temu. So we just better hope for the best, really. See how it goes. On my tissue. And pour it in. Can't really put any more in there now, because if I do, I won't have room for the back layer. So keep everything crossed. I will see you in a few hours when we're ready for the next coat. Bye. Hi guys. Well, this has gone past the tacky stage. Entirely my fault. So I'm going to try using hairspray to get a tacky surface on here for the powder. Don't know if this is going to work. It's far too thick. Give that a second. Start getting tacky. Or start drying, whatever it is that hairspray does. I'm going to use this Let Resin Chameleon powder in grape. Far too wet. Second. I'm making a right mess of this, aren't I? I put far too much hairspray on there, but you know what? If I just do this. It's going to get there. As I said, right mess, but I am getting quite late in the evening now, so I wanted to get this next layer on before bed. And of course, when I rush things, I make a mess. If I'd sprayed less hairspray on here or waited a bit longer for it to start getting tacky, would have worked much, much better. Maybe I'm assuming it would have. Who knows? I've never tried this before. I'll speed up through this part for you. I don't think this is actually going to work at all anyway, because I think where I went wrong was putting too much of the interference powder in. Mixed it too thick, I think. But as I said, we shall see what we shall see. Okay. So I am going to put my heat gun over this just to get it to set up. Then I'm going to get my PPE on, mix up my resin, and I will be right back. See you in a sec. Okay, I've got roughly 50 grams of resin Pro Eye crystal mixed up here. Hopefully that will be enough. I got some more pigment paste in the extra black, because the one I showed you on my Temu unboxing a couple of weeks ago, I've completely lost. I have no idea where it is at all. I had to order another one. Of course, it would help if I could actually get this out of the bottle. There he goes. Finally. Just doing a couple of drops of that, because I don't know how much or how deep this is. I just screwed it shut with my glove inside. Okay, that's mixing quite quickly, very nicely, and I think it's opaque enough. Just get this back coat on. It didn't take very long to dry the hairspray with my heat gun, so it was nice. Okay, here we go. Cross everything. Cross everything that I've made enough. Not from anything else. And I believe that I might have. In fact, it looks like I might have made a little too much, but that's okay. Better too much than not enough. Make sure that goes all the way up to the edge there. I'm going to have to balance this mould because it's quite shallow here, but about to tip over the edges here and here. I'll get it straightened, balanced, and I will be back in the morning when we're ready for the demold. Bye. Hey guys, ready to demold now. This has taken quite a while, partly because it was so thin a coat and it's extremely cold. It's my first time using this mold, so I don't really know if I'm unmolding it the best way or not, but okay, so that's one massive air bubble from in there. That's not a great start, is it? Yeah, I've got really bad air bubbles in here. But let's see if the effect worked, and I don't think it did because I made the Aurora type powder far too opaque. I should have used much less. And this is quite temperamental, doesn't want to come out of here, and I'm going to be careful not to slice my fingers. Well, at least I got these parts, even if I did miss these. Okay, let's give it a go. Well, it worked beautifully in the tail, not so much in the body. You can see it in here. But as I said, fins are missing completely. I do need to trim the edge down. It's a pretty mould. I'll just need to be way more careful next time. And I did pour it too deep, so it's quite bubbly underneath here. Started quivering before it had time to degas properly. That's my problem, not the mould. So I know next time not to make this so heavy and to make sure that the resin is actually in these little bits here at the side. Yeah, overall could have been worse. Could have been better, but it could have been worse. I'll get some photos and yeah, if and when I get round to the next attempt, I will show you how that went. It's all a big learning curve. There's quite a bit trimming off to do here as well. It's not very thick, so it's quite easy to get with the cuticle trimmers. There we go. That looks a bit better, doesn't it? It's such a shame about the fins, though. Overall, yep, partly successful, but mostly not. Well, I hope you liked it anyway. Hope you learned something as well as me. And I will see you for the next one. Bye. Okay, I've decided that since I've got so much resin left, I'm going to pop a bit of green pigment into the resin, mix in some of these stones and see if I can fill up my little crocodile. Now you've seen him as an extra demold, I believe, but I don't think I've ever actually made him as a standalone piece. In fact, I know I haven't. So let's get this mixed up. Thinking I should have gone with mica powder instead, actually. Let me get some mica powder. What are we going to go with? I think apple green would be nice and bright. There we go. That's a really nice colour. I'm going to chuck a load of stones in there. This is just some cheap vase filler that I got from a local shop. Start with that, get that mixed in and see how well that goes. I need to get all the stones coated in resin to help avoid too much in the way of bubbles. And I think I'm going to go with that. I'm going to give the mould a quick spray because it is quite detailed, especially in the head and the tail. See if I can get some down into the tail. Now you can't see on the camera and I can't really move much more. I've got so many things. I think this is the 4th thing I'm filming today. As I have said in one of the other videos, I am, as usual, cutting things fine for a couple of things I need to get done before I go away for a few days. I'll give this a quick squirt as well. Oops, missed. So I'm going to drop some in. I'll get this up to probably around his neck and then give him a good squish and prevent any trapped bubbles in there. Crunchy noises. I just want to try and make sure that his nose, because he's wearing glasses as well, so I don't really want to get his glasses trapped, bubbles trapped in his glasses, if I can avoid that. So now, the awkward bit. I'm going to try and get some of this down into his tail. Yeah, there you go, I'm dropping it everywhere. I'll try and make sure I don't get into my Valentine tray as well. What I should have done there is actually just got some clear resin in his tail first. So I'm going to attempt that now. And the resin with not too many stones. Let that run down between the stones that are already in there. Now give it a good squeeze and a squish. Make sure there's no air bubble trapped in the end of his tail. I think That's got it. Okay, so let's just get the rest of this in. I need to put a few more stones in here, because otherwise when he sets, all the stones will have settled to the bottom and I'll have a layer of resin without any stones in. But let's just crack on first. See how far this goes. I can just try and get more stones and resin, and then see how well that settles. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to need to pop a few more stones in there before I run out of resin completely. I'll get him filled up and I will be back with you for the demold. See you later. Hey guys, got a couple of extras to demold. I'm going to start with my crocodile. I love this mould. He's so cute. And of course, with the mould being so flexible, still a bit of a fight to get his tail out, but it's worth the effort. Here we go, isn't he gorgeous? Really random how there's a couple of very dark stones in that. I should have pulled those out before I poured it, but it doesn't matter. I got right down into the tail, so no air bubbles there. Needs a little bit of a tidy up on the bottom, and of course he needs to be painted, but I'm happy. This one, oh, it's pretty sure it was Gert Creates. It said she couldn't wait to see this one. It's a cat in a hat. Oh, still a little sticky on the bottom. How very odd. It's been sitting all evening, all night in fact. It's actually almost lunchtime now and it's been there quite a few hours. So where's my baby wipe? Get that off my finger. Wasn't expecting any stickiness there. And the final one, I used the leftovers from the fish where I attempted the dual pour to make this cute little hedgehog. Look, hedgehog reading a book. Isn't that sweet? He even got his nose. I'm very surprised that I managed that. Yep, so I'll get these painted up. I'll get some glamour shots for you at the end with the other thing that I'm demolding. Overall, apart from that weird stickiness on the end of that hat, I am very, very pleased. So, see you later. Bye.